Alright, let's do this. I'm actually feeling way less nervous than I feel like the situation I put myself in should make me feel. So yeah. This banner pretty cleanly advertises what we're going to be doing tonight. There is, let's say, a black screen. There is this whole situation in the south going on. We have double GL as advertised. And we got this whole mess along with it. Not exactly the hardest raid team, in my opinion. And it's not an ultimate Kylo. But I still think that constitutes a good challenge. And to boot, we have... This is... Pay no attention. We have... Stuck with my guns, I will say. We didn't really get to see how the other side of the table went after the stream ended last round, and it ended with a win. Even despite our inability to kill Kylo, this duo has just been ripping it up this 3v3 week, and I thought about it, and I thought about pulling stuff to offense, I thought about trying Luke against Kylo. I actually also have to add the condition that I did not remod at all. I actually kind of can't. You'll notice this is a very Kylo event flavored roster we've got going on right now. I didn't count credits correctly. We are only back to 3 million as of today, and after significant mod hunting and mod selling. As of like 24 hours ago, I was like shoestring budget credit wise. I was at like 200,000 after getting my 3v3 stuff back on for you know, general day-to-day Galaxy Heroes stuff. So yeah, I would like to get into the Kylo event, so I'm kind of just, I mean, we're kind of fine now. We just need 500,000 more here. But as of the time of joining Grand Arena, didn't really have the modding bandwidth it felt like to maybe go in and give him more speed. We're still there. So you know what? I figure let's give this what feels like close to the ultimate test. You know, I don't have a GL of my own, but yeah, we're just here. We've got the general game plan. We're gonna be breaking this down with Vader lead, and then finishing off with this exact team you see right above it. Very, very useful or convenient of him to provide that. And then I think we learned some lessons trying to break down that last Kylo that are going to help us. It's also generally a higher damage modded Kylo, so that's also going to be an issue. We know now that preloading him is, I don't even want to say it's impossible, it's just any way the wind blows. But the teams that are going to be used for each side do not overlap at all, so I think we got a shot at this. Yeah. Some weirdness to think about with the whole, like, you know, there is a lot of auto-cleansing going on with their supporting characters. As long as, you know, ideally I would have really liked to have brought his speed down to 1 speed above her speed, just to give less of a window. You know, we've got a 14 speed gap right now on a preload, where if an AI character decides to stick their turn order in, that's a little bit unfortunate. Again, we're just kind of, it is what it is. We're gonna have to deal with it. Because of that concern, you can see, of course, turn meter here, turn meter here. I think this is actually a good thing. I think we actually want this. But it also means that we're just gonna give the regen piece first so that Vader doesn't get ridiculous turn meter here. Have I thought about trying to kill the raid during the first MM? Yes. Haven't ruled it out yet. I don't know if today is the day that we want to do this. You'll notice that she is a little bit above half health now, and I think my Vader is actually still in crit chance triangle, which I would say makes me want to do it less. Let's just hit all the buttons so we can kind of look at what I'm talking about. Alright, so we got a 5 debuff ray. This doesn't count. Let's think about it. Like, we have to pop this anyway. We have to get the other stuff. This is probably just going to end up being a Barris kill. I mean, if we wanted to roleplay like this was going to be an attempt on Ray's life, we would aim the AoE here. Which I guess Zader getting debuffs on L3 is fairly straightforward anyway. You know, I don't think my Vader modding would do it. I'm using crit chance primary triangle just because it makes life a little bit easier. This is about half debuff RNG, right? You know, when you use the AoE, you're gonna lose the stagger and the expose. I don't think this is the situation to do it. I think this is the situation where we just honk. Nice ability block. And yeah, we're just gonna be going for another nuke on the old L3 here. I noticed for some reason it really seems like Ray has priority targeting on Watt, and that just makes this so much more consistent. If this turn was gonna make us worry about Vader dying here, then it would be whoa. Okay. Gear 12 L3, I guess. Huh. Oh, that just kind of ended. Well, I mean... Actually, okay, let's think about that for a second. Ray popped ultimate before this went off, so that to me... Let's say this is a Gear 13 L3. I think that means that this... I don't think we would have gotten the second L3, technically. Right, I think that's a fair assumption to say. So maybe we would have had to go in with Geos or something instead. But otherwise, I mean... Yeah, sure. Otherwise, job well done. Cash that in. Alright, I think this is going to be a 3-stage reset on Ray. Because I think the first go that we do is going to set a whirlwind for her. We kind of just throw in 2. We'll send in the Imperial duo team. Hopefully that should just force her to do an AoE. I don't know that the AI has ever not used whirlwind when it can use it, but... Alright. So right now she's about 45%. We just need to toss in, hopefully, just one more thing. This isn't as good of a preload as we could get it. Yeah, no, definitely. We're gonna feed her some protection by doing this, but much better to be high protection, low health than the other way around. So, actually, I guess technically speaking, there's no risk to sending 2 here, because we know she's gonna do 1 basic. If she goes above 50% and then heals, then it's just gonna give us the preload we want, so I guess 2 is safe. There's 1, and not quite. Okay, so there's 2. Her health is a little bit high. It feels like... I don't know if there's any way that we can really force her back to, like, a clean preload here. Like, she's gonna be, like, 60 to 35, basic up to 40 on the finish. Which is still... But, like, I don't know that we can really... force her onto the lower amount, you know? Actually, I haven't even thought about the rest of the teams yet. What do we got? So this, we've undervalued, trying to send cheaper teams in there for 4. Actually, a fairly significant other wall as well. Malik on defense, Watt on defense, Dior on defense. Okay. We'll have JKR for this. I guess Padme for this. Is any of this really Geosable? We could maybe just send in Geos as a headhunter team just to try to set her health total correct. Like, if we can just pop her below 50% health, and then she heals back to 100%, then that would make setting her up a lot easier. Geos against this is going to be a nightmare as well. I think that makes sense. I guess maybe Geos against SLK might have been nice, although the teams that we used to snipe didn't really need that. It's like a ton on D? Yeah, I like it. Actually, I didn't even give a shout out. This is my old former Alliance Ghost Company. Just kind of rolled in near the time that I ended up leaving. I think I set up all of their Discord stuff for them, but yeah. Hello, Ghost Company. If any of you are watching. Even Triumvirate at 12 seems like they're in a little bit of a dead spot. Okay, I think I'm just gonna try this. I really want to get the reset on her. This feels really, really wasteful. I don't actually like doing this, but if we want to make sure that Finn has the best shot, I think this has to happen. Fortunately, technically speaking, we actually should just preload right now. Actually, so I guess the best thing that we could do right now is just get rid of all this protection. Okay. Completely fine with doing this. What do I think here? The actual technical right answer would have been to do a timeout from 100% HP there, so we could just, you know, have a nice solid 75, 50, 25, 30 pull down. I don't know, that's starting the stream off with a wait session like that is what I would prefer. And then also this would actually be a fairly decent. Let's see if we can. One more basic and one more piece of damage, I think, is gonna be ideal here. Because this right now is about 65. Let's try to get it to close to 50. We're basically building, or customizing our array for the Finns. Okay. Yeah, I actually might just time this out once we do Geo Soldier Basic. Tricky thing here is we don't want to underkill it to the point where she needs 2 basics, but I don't know that Spy double assist is going to be the damage we want here. And of course she's about to pop bubble to it, so this is the last chance we get to hit something. Yeah, let's just... Oh, she just did the thing immediately. Just like that. We lived 12, which is kind of surprising to me, but okay, cool. None of the Geos that needed to live lived, but that's just life sometimes. So let's see. Maybe perfect the timeout now. I was actually thinking we might get a turn in between both of her ults, but I'm trying to look. This isn't ideal. If this was green, it would be ideal. So what do we want here? We just fish for a little bit more damage, I think. Her turn meter won't matter coming out of this, so I think at about 2 seconds left, we're going to hit this button. It's a decent amount of damage. It's a little bit more damage. We're just, you know, her basic doesn't hit that hard. Her basic is what's going to push her back to 50%. Yeah, I think this is definitely a good spot to be doing this in. Okay. I guess for about 1 minute here, could just go work on the Maya scene, or we can hang out, we can talk, whatever. We had, why are there two? Yo, OBS, you were, like, guessing wildly at what the correct window capture is here. Oh, it's because I completely closed it. What? Extremely unlikely. We're at 30 minutes. No real point doing it now. But yeah, so the general game plan for the rest of this is gonna be the Finn kill team. Then I think GG B1 B2 with B1 lead was actually pretty slick, and I don't think we're punished too hard for using that. And I feel kind of the same way for the whole Rex lead. Who did we actually use with the third on Rex last time? Was it Watt? I don't think it actually was. Watt actually would have been bad, but I guess Hux would have blocked that. While we're waiting for the animation to wrap up, I should probably just double check my work. Was it just Barris? I feel like it might have ended up being Barris, which actually wouldn't be bad here either. Like, it's a pretty low cost thing to toss in. For building this here Galactic Legends stew. It was Hermit Yoda, which... yeah, the Master's turning on Kylo. Yeah, actually. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Off to the races with a little bit more junk. Oh, we didn't do the attack. I think it's fine. She looks about 45% which is all she needs to be. So I think we'll, by doing this in one go, she should basic, then heal herself to 25%, then basic to 30%. We are denying her 20% protection. Not really a big deal, but yeah, there we go. 50%, 25%, 30%. Yeah, just as advertised. Alright. If we had done this in 2 attacks, then she would get 100% protection by the time that we went in, so makes life a little bit easier. And yeah. Time for the boys. Just hasn't failed yet. I don't plan to start now. Good amount of damage on this middle ability. Let's take it. Deny her the chance to get much progress. We're gonna force Finn to taunt here. Just make sure he's just not, you know, providing her much. I think Flairboot mentioned like the whole like this is denying her lifesteal with the defense up. I think we just need to focus on trying to get the expose here because we cut it very, very close to her ultimate activating last time. Which, I mean, she'd self-cleanse it anyway, I guess, but I don't know. This isn't science, so just please die. I think we get one Finn combo right before the end. She is primed, but Finn is more primed. Huh. Old Finn with the kill shot. Plus there's a couple of offense manners here, but yeah, this still has not failed yet. You can see, like, this is a very slim margin. I guess ideally you would want there to be Relic 7 here, but I'm not giving these characters. Not that they would be terrible Relic 7, but just we've got other concerns. We've got concerns that look more like this. So, alright. Galactic Legend #1 down, and we still have a whole lot of tools left. So that's the part that I was comfy with. I could practically build a guide on that, I think, just for like dismantling 3v3 Ray. Like, even if this was here, that process is largely just going to be the same. If anything, actually, I think this duo being here with again, imagine like L3 not dying to the Vader basic there. That actually made it a little bit harder. Like, normally faster duos like this will give Vader the second culling strike before Rey pops her ult. So, but yeah, Vader kills the side, and then Finn kill team for the main. Nice and easy. Well, we had to wait a little bit, but I thought that felt pretty easy. I guess I think we just go GG first. Thinking about the order here, we're really just looking for this team to kill Hux, and then the other team to drill down Stormtrooper so that we get the last standoff with Kylo. We got pretty good RNG last time on the buff immunity landing pretty much right off the bat. I guess... Let's see, there's probably going to be, even if it's just Hawk's base tenacity, there's going to be a little bit of RNG on the consistency here. Yeah, that's... We'll see what happens. That might actually have to be a remod concern if we can't get advantage off of Hux. Keep an eye out on that here. Yeah, definitely. Alright. What could go wrong? Oh, beats. Wait. Did we fight a weird Kylo comp last time? Hang on. Pause. Wait, Hux was there. Why? It felt like B2 was activating last time. Was that a non-Zeta Hux, actually? I'm actually gonna pull this up. I'm really curious. Because, yeah, this is kind of what was supposed to happen, right? Why did it work last time? We probably actually just cash this in anyway. Just throw some damage. Okay, I wasn't really expecting Grievous to die there before the B1 ditto something for one more AoE. I'm actually really curious on that though. This... We saw that the B2 never activated. Was that just straight up? Or is it because we... Oh, I think it's because we pulled cooldowns. Wait, are we in... Okay. So we should have done a cooldown pull first. Fair enough. Then yeah, got B2 activation there. Yeah, very different attempts. Alright, that's a little bit sloppy, I would say. That hurts our odds a little bit. We could just JKR the side. I guess the biggest issue that we face here a little bit is if... I think this is only a concept that works under the pretense that we're still going for the full clear. Right? If we just spend a bunch of teams on these two, but then can't clear up top, then that's also strategically kind of bankrupt, I think. Although the rear here is worth more than ships though, right? So actually that's actually not that true. It's better to clear here and not reach here than the other way around. But so if we check here, we can Padme this still. Yeah, maybe we do JKR. It's not gonna be ignoring advantage though. It's a little bit awkward. At the very least, we don't have the dispel that you would want to have. Alright, let's... I think it probably has to be this. Gas is going to be on the finisher, Thrown on the finisher, 5 on the finisher. I guess with any luck, this Hux should basic us early and he loses advantage as well. What? Weird. Actually, don't think I've seen that before. I could have sworn that SLK was always hard targeting on JKR. I guess we've always done this with characters that aren't Grandmaster Yoda. Weird. I don't know what that means for us, because we don't do a whole lot of damage right now. I think it partially means we just really want Grandmaster Yoda to die? Let's see. If we can... Okay. Also, why didn't he proc Savior? Maybe he already had, actually. It's entirely possible he already had. There's a lot of things going... Wait. Does SK block revives? Am I blind? Kylo Ren revive. Can't be revived. During his turn specifically. I'm gonna guess his basic multi-hit has actually just proc Savior. It really looked like we hadn't lost it there yet though. Just odd to me. Fair enough. I don't think Savior counts as a revive. So I'm just gonna assume that somewhere in that whole damage medley we did get it. Okay. That's also unfortunate then. So the general way that's supposed to go is Revan or Kylo uses stun on JKR. JKR, in my experience, survives the hit, but he's low, but it's fine. He'll get Savior at some point. You'll just throw some damage at Hux. You know, even if he has advantage, it's gonna be slow going, but it's not that bad. Huh. I didn't realize that Grandmaster Yoda was a higher priority. It's crazy to me. I'm trying to think. It might actually be feasible that the clones could get a snipe off with Hux still there. I feel like we want to save that strategy for heavier viability. Man, not preloading the GG actually caused a lot of issues here. I mean, we could try a weird triumvirate. That's gonna lead. We need something that can dispel, but also buff block, or just we run a team that goes for the kill on Stormtrooper. Alright. Considering that we just fought both battles with him immediately starting with stun, I think we need to toss some into the meat grinder. Okay, stun is down. I guess with any luck, hopefully his next ability is just gonna be a AoE first. Let's toss 2 in. If he might just do basic into AoE though, which means that we're not gonna drain the cooldowns. Or like his stun is actually gonna be like one off. Kinda ruins the point. Actually I think that means it's gonna be back up. Ah, maybe that should have been 3. Weird. This team is so annoying to try to preload correctly. Man! I had high hopes for this group of setup. I don't think Padme is the play. Maybe we just... This feels like it's turning more towards like a suicide mission, but maybe we do just have to go for the Rex setup now. But again, with Hux being there, it's blocking Rex lead. We're really not accomplishing that much. We're really slowing down the Rex nuke. It's just gonna let Kylo have a heyday instead. I don't think it feels right, but also we're running low on fast killing options. Alright. He's just got pretty much everything back again. Like his AoE is one turn off, but his stun is back up, so that basically. Alright, Hux swap, good thing to start. Okay, AoE, that's actually really, really sick. That should be a mass assist still. I'm assuming that Hux is at least going to follow the same pattern. Swap it to basic to repeat. Let's see, JTR, very unfun matchup, facing down the perimeter block. Darth Revan, generally, I guess we could try to drain. Actually, okay, this might be the play. We're really compromising our matchups in the other zone. We could just fish for a Malik drain, actually. Which maybe means we need to bring Sith Empire Trooper just to... Well, we know that he's slightly off on stun. We do need some extra damage. Let's see, I guess CLS might actually get a decent shot at assassinating Hux. I mean, it's not an amazing shot, but it's not nothing. We could even go Captain Han just to try to hope that he dies on like a Fost assist and comes back. I would almost wonder if we just have to do C-3PO instead. You know what? I'm curious. This is gonna absolutely shred JTR's team building. This is like her two hopes of a good 3v3 team getting tossed in right now, so maybe it's gotta be the young upstart later. This doesn't feel amazing. We do have, I believe, still crit avoidance. We don't. Actually took that off after the... fine. We got 35%, but Kylo should crit through 35% crit avoid. Or whatever it is. 40? 50? 15. That's not nothing. That's still like a coin flip at best. 85 would have been a nicer number, though. Okay. I guess... we give this a shot? Kylo might actually just slap us twice and stun someone, though. Okay, this would actually be really interesting. I would like to build a spreadsheet of, like, AI priority. Just try to remember what CG is doing. Okay, we're just not gonna get a turn generally as you do. I mean, we do get a chance at Hux. It's not gonna mean a whole lot. But I guess maybe a bit of AoE pressure never hurt anyone. I doubt his lifesteal's gonna be that much. Do worse than this? Okay. Sure. Sure, I'll take it. That's starting to open the floodgates. Okay. That was basically a bootleg Grievous attempt. And now we're back in it. Do we actually need to spend Hermit Yoda here? I don't know that we do. Maybe we could just Eris instead. We really don't want this to not work, though. Maybe we just have to stick with the blueprint we had from last time. Also, I think we actually have to go fishing for cooldowns again. Make sure. We don't want to deal with it. annoyingness. So I think it should be basic. I cannot predict Kylo. You legitimately cannot predict Kylo. I'm hoping it'll be basic stun. Stun off the bat. See? Just cannot predict. Anyway, okay. Perfect. What a guy. Making life suddenly easier. Sure. It's about as good as we could have hoped for. Rex, 5s. Hermit Yoda. Master Training 4 5s. I mean, he's gonna taunt anyway, but like, sure. Why not? Oh, right, we need to worry about SLK counters. Let's keep trying to sidestep that whole affair, shall we? I guess just attacking SLK, like, yeah, we're giving him extra stats by doing that. I don't think it matters. I think it's fine, because I think we're just gonna be... We're not even gonna try anything here on him. We're just... living life. Okay. We're not as close on Rex as we were last time 5s died. I think you used stun fairly recently, right? This foresight actually is gonna be decent for buying us some time. We're gonna need this master's training on the sooner side of soon, though. I'm not sure what the correct answer is here. If we do master's training, we guarantee that Rex is gonna take the aggro, but we also are gonna have some defense with it. I think we have to, because we're 2 turns off on the nuke. What? Didn't we have... This is painful. Oh, no, we have to do this. It has to be master's training. We have to reduce the cooldown so that Rex goes first and nukes. Please! No. Extremely no. God. If we had landed that. Alright. Well, that makes things... Alright, we're on to the drain plan, I guess. Good old Galaxy of Heroes RNG. I think that actually would have worked too if we got that TMR. Rex outspeeds Frosty. Mandalorian is almost an interesting preload bring here because I think he'll at least guarantee that all the cooldowns get taken. Or it's possible he's going to force a 4th turn wherein we just go around the horn again and he goes back to having everything. I thought he had a... Weird. I could have sworn I checked to confirm that he wouldn't have or that he would have whatever the bounty will do. Alright, he's gonna AoE. I think we have to bring extra damage here. I don't think it can be Super down. Now that we know the stun is down, he's gonna AoE. That should activate Malik. We should get at least 1 drain. I'm hoping for 2. I don't know that I can promise that. It sure would be nifty though. Maybe this should have waited. Maybe we should have chipped out Faust first, actually. This might be a mistake. Or, okay. Well, mistake or not, he's looking pretty dead to me. That was almost a sick way to end that wave as well. If that AoE had killed Malik there. Okay. We've got some buttons, although for everything that's posted up top, I don't know that there's too many great matchups here. For what we've got left. Pretty much at all. This is going to be tank piece crew into regen piece Kylo, which is actually pretty brutal. Relic 7 regen piece with the Zeta. I respect it. Yeah. I think if GG goes in, I think that spares us a good amount of teams, and I think that would have made the difference here. Assuming that it worked. There's no guarantee that it works, like, as we saw this. Maybe some potency concerns, but could have been interesting. I think we have to go one more set of preload stuff. We'll give him the rogue one. Because I'm pretty sure he should just be back on stun. Okay. That's all we needed, really. I feel like before we did the last gas attempt, he had way less protection. Actually, I'm like pretty positive on that. I think we had like done the fin attack first. I mean, he lifestealed up a bunch, but so he is basically full health. So when we did the last gas attempt, we were facing about this. There was 60% protection off the top. If we want to do this to maximize Gas's chances here, which we probably should, then maybe we need to try to do the same here. But we're like entering the territory where we've just used everything else to get him down. You know what? Sure. I'm down. I think this is going to be kind of like crew versus Malik cleanups. Again, 5v5 versus 3v3. Just the lack of turn meter train here kind of dampens this team's staying power. Why didn't we get any advantage? Sir? I ask of you now. Where my advantage at, though? Okay. Because that's a double hit on crew, right? We should have just gotten advantage to 2 people. Maybe it like tried to give it to crew twice when he had buff immunity? Weird. It's okay. Please? Okay. We pretty much got what we came for here. Let's just try to track his cooldowns as we get murdered. AoE, we're actually going to be too tanky, so it's not going to be that useful. We're probably going to have to send in... What? Sure. That actually, the stun being there means we're probably going to send in 2 sets of teams now, because he's going to basic. At best, we're going to see like a basic then AoE. So let's just... I think we only have to send 2 here. Ideally, we just want double basic. Hard reset. I guess we're feeding him extra protection by doing this. But, I don't know. This is a messed up preload. Or you could just use basic. Sure, why not? Of course. Okay. I guess just can't have our cake and eat it too. We can't damage his protection as well as expecting to have a good setup for gas. All that matters is that the stun got used at the start, which I'm pretty sure is like all we care about. We're not gonna have the last stand gas mode, which kind of sucks, but we're at least gonna be taunting for Thrawn here. I don't. Without the protection being super low, though, I don't know that this actually gets us in fast enough. I mean, he might be 260s-ish. 245. We're not going to get that many actual attempts on his protection bar first. I almost want to throw a JTR in and just say the preload is what it is. I think if we go with gas right now, I think we actually don't even get through the protection bar. Or we might, but we're not going to kill. So I think we have to do this. Apologies for the lameness. This actually isn't that bad of a setup either, though, because we got double foresight. It's actually going to take him a little bit. What was that, actually? I know we ended with the stun, which is actually all Gas cares about at all. That's perfect. I don't know that we need to check the rest, actually. Let's just do this. I think I believe. Is there any consideration for Echo, or even maybe Ahsoka being a better ad here? We don't have anyone to give Arc Turret to. It is true damage. It's still the turret damage a little bit underwhelming. I'm trying to think here. Our trooper's a bit tankier. Oh shit, sorry, I haven't chatted this whole time. Apologize for not looking or responding. YB1 lead force suit is for the Kylo passive. Anytime he has turn meter removed, he becomes tankier if he is Grievous lead. So, sorry, I've been so focused on problem solving, it just completely disregarded. Yeah, GG versus SLK is normally just complete suicide because of the dark side passive. Literally anytime you press a button, it's gonna be like, whether you do damage or like you think a B1 assist as well, you're just feeding them 10 or even 20% health and protection. So if you're gonna have a hope of assassinating Hux there, you gotta bypass that. And then, you know, the biggest difference was Hux didn't start off with a basic, which seems pretty important, so B2 couldn't activate. Our team was just a lot slower out of the gate. Most stomach gained the crit hit immunity and healed to full. Yeah, it makes sense that he would get one shot by that first move. Okay. This choice kinda sucks. Ahsoka's not doing that much damage here. Echo at least has the grenade, and I guess at least he's gonna assist? Is what I'm telling myself? This is actually a really hard question to answer. I don't know. I don't know what the right one-man draft is. I don't think it's Arc either way. I feel fairly confident in that assumption. I guess the... God, are we scared of Gas just immediately toppling? If he just takes a basic and falls down, then we're just gonna be stuck with a Thrawn who, like... Yeah, you could fracture, but Gas isn't gonna be standing up by the time that that fracture ends. This sucks, actually. This seemed so much better when we talked about it at the end of last round. I guess we just have to trust in the 2 protection mods. Because Kylo's gonna take 2 turns on us too. There's like no chance that Gas doesn't topple here, right? What's the part of his kit? Maybe we can just go for the Gas last stand again. I am feeling pretty firmly off of like falling off of the Gas first train here, or the Gas Thrawn train. Where are we at? Where is the last time? Let's see how we did with 2. Oh, we ate the stun first. Stun into AoE and not toppling him. That's what the boost in protection. I don't know, man. This... If we do this and this doesn't work, that's pretty much auto loss because we're not gonna have the GL did, and we're not gonna have anything else to do there. Guess we have a whole. I'm not sure. I don't know if we're supposed to just do this. Say Throne be damned. Let's try this. Let's just, you know what? Science. I'm down. My account is gonna go through such a violent change in the next couple of weeks anyway. Okay. Okay. Sure. That's not a topple, and that's not 2 turns. Guess we just hit the button. Okay. That's some damage right there. And then best part about this is on Thrawn's fracture ending, we can just swap and we'll have 2 more health reducing attacks. I think this kills. This looks like a pretty dead guy if you ask me. Sure. Well, okay, I guess that's... I'm really confused as to why their Kylo didn't go twice, though. Right. These 550s. I guess it's just... Oh, it's because of Throne speed. Is he not 550s? I could have sworn I checked his modding in GAC. Maybe he remodded. I'm like extremely sure that I saw a 5 and then a 5 and then like a 6 at the end. Sure, cool. Alright, that works. The boy's dead. We have other problems now. Because so is our remaining roster. Like, legitimately, like... I did go pretty all hands on deck with my defensive plan here. That being said... God, I actually want to preload this. I don't want to just take a Finn combo to the face here. At all. I don't think Nice Sisters are gonna get it done, period. I think this is like a solid NS team to bring on offense. I don't think they're going to get much of anything done in time before the second combo just rolls back around. But also, with that being said... Maybe we just go Palpatine and just go for like a control setup and hope that it works. Which isn't really a game plan. Hope isn't a game plan. But... it's what we got, I guess? Actually, yeah, let's do this. We definitely have to preload this. We cannot just take a combo to the face and tank it. Best case would maybe be with like a Bash still a lead, but even then that feels a little bit ambitious to me. All things considered. I'm just gonna give Mr. Mundi alright. The 1-2 punch. Knockout blow. So the way that this is gonna go is if we just go in now, it's gonna be a Finn taunt right off the bat. Which isn't that bad. I feel like we don't really want Finn to be isolated. We want the rest of them to be isolated. Do we have any weaklings left? I guess the biggest problem is Finn's first turn isn't going to damage us, so... I don't know. I think maybe we just have to go for this. What happens, happens. We could do something kind of weird, like a Nihilist basic first, I guess. That's... Thank you, sir. May I have some more? Alright, Finn. Or... Cyan. What a good unit. Completely disregarded his normal role. Good stuff. Alright. Well, all of that hurt like hell. I would appreciate to continue to have a Scion. If we're just like generally negotiating terms and conditions, I think Scion does indeed have to remain alive, so I'd appreciate if y'all would just oblige me on that. Okay. Sure. Things continuing to work out. So far we'll have an Annihilate. That's the hurty part. Ooh, this Isolate. Don't... There's almost a consideration to... Oh. I don't know who's the lesser evil to keep alive. I mean, Poe is the damage. Then I think it has to be Poe, right? Almost? Like, his Terminator is far off, though, but I'm hoping Treya will at least bring Scion back into the fold. I feel like Isolate being here, I think Poe has to go. Alright, this is going to heal us a little bit. I don't think this is going to be enough to save Scion. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. Whew! Okay. I think we're fine. I don't mind him counterattacking me here. Just try to cycle the next a little bit. Yeah. Your grenade means nothing to me now, sir. Sit down. Okay. Slight progress. I still don't know how we're gonna kill... Oh no, we have Padme. Alright, let's see what our prize is. I don't know if he hyper cheeses rear, or that doesn't really look like it. That just looks like more the same, generally. Oh, okay. We've got some possible nest action. This Acolyte is actually gonna be a horrendous pain, I think. Not the fastest Asajj, not the slowest either. Speed set is all this team really needs it to be anyway. Boy, Geos would have been pretty handy to have here, huh? We don't have the young prospect, but she's the one who enabled gas anyway. Honestly, with how that gas matchup went, actually, we probably didn't even need to do that. I think full protection, he probably still dies. Although we did get the first daze, and that was a huge part of the initial damage as well. I don't really want to just take that for granted. Alright, what do we even do now? I think we have to do GG first, right? Well... difference in scoring here. 1, 2, 3, so there's like a 79 banner difference, which is basically a team. So weird. Like, how... Would NS? Like, would... There's so many questions. We could maybe do, like, Padme against GG here. Or that... that is extremely nut. I'm so fried now. This is a whole lot to take in. There's no Dooku, there's no stuns on this team actually, which makes it somewhat less scary. Do we even have anything to use Arc Trooper with as well? Or is it just like a roaming soul at this point? Ahsoka's gonna be with Bastila most likely, unless we just do Bastila Wampa. I think we have to go fishing for Daka lead against this. Padme is a better matchup here, but I think we need Padme against DR if we're gonna try to get a swing ahead on banners. I think we have to assume that he can't kill both Rey and Luke and play to the territory banner advantage instead, hopefully. Okay. Yen? Why not, right? I don't know. Well, we have to. We really just kind of have to get D1 out, like, at his earliest convenience. Alright, there is a zombie toggle 1. We're halfway through, we're getting there. Ooh, that was a really nice stun for us. This day might actually kind of work out. Let's just get rid of the taunts. That was fun, right there. What you just did there, sir. Little blender action. I like my dog healthy. Controversial opinion, maybe. Okay. I think this might take a minute. Actually, this might be in not like a full timeout thread, but this is gonna be a bit weak, I think. We almost might just have to auto this to try to like get him down. We're gonna have to try to like out DPS his self life stealing. I'm just gonna hit auto and see what happens. I don't think we're in danger of the AI lose point. I think we just kind of need to farm Massage stacks for a bit. Perfectly fine that he's just farming zombie. Actually works in our benefit. I think ideally speaking, we need Asajj to try to like time out her hits or her dispel with the health steal appearing if this is gonna go the way we want, but this is so weird. Okay, that's good. I mean, I don't think this is going to be a round that hits that kill. Getting that lifesteal off now is nice. Why is she... I think we need to do like a little bit of guiding hand here. We're gonna babysit Asajj, save her from herself. Let's just do basic, actually. Alright, yank it off. Why is Zombie living suddenly? Zombie has no stacking.
Alright, I think this is the plan. We're just gonna cycle. We're on auto basic until he does the little front flip. Hell still shows its ugly face. Yeah, I think we win this. Get that shit out of here, sir. Back on auto basic. That's a little bit ugly to have on Daka. I think it's fine. Yeah, sure. Why not? I think we solved that little trap puzzle there. Sure. Let's see. Some of this might actually be ugly to try to do without Padme, but I don't know that we kill DR otherwise without Padme. So yeah, just you know, no other prominent healer taken against the Plague team. We might actually just have to pull Talzin, Plague cooldown, and play from there. I think that's definitely bad. I think it may be a slight consideration for pulling GK from this team, try to like stretch things out of it, but no. Now if we cut corners on DR here, I think we just knock him out. Top-down approach. Yeah. We're supposed to just pop basic here, just early for the AoE. Padme's feeling a bit faster lately, losing some debuffs. A little bit less of a chunky barrier, but not nothing. Boy, would Ahsoka have been nice here, huh? Your debuffs also mean nothing, sir. This should be... I fear kind of a bit lame. I don't think this is a dead Basila after all. No, okay. She had other... Okay. Sure. I think... it's a pretty safe bet to declare these two teams untouchable. I think that's gonna be fine, as long as we can get all of this down. Let's see. Let's count. I guess as long as they're weak enough, we can just send 3 and Alzin should one-shot them all anyway. I think is... God, but isn't... Okay. If they're too weak, isn't Asajj just gonna AoE Rampage? And just... put this into Blender? Is this actually kind of a pain to put? We almost need, like... But the problem is, if this is all... Like, even if 2 are squishy, she's probably just gonna cycle herself out of Talzin again. She's really 4. This is so... Oh, Short Trooper. I think there's Spirit just by sheer virtue of how much speed they gave him. Is there like a second pre-taunt we could... We just need buffs that I will hate. Try to eat both of their turns. No, I don't think it's gonna work out that way. Oh. Actually, Talzin was just faster. Okay. Weird. I don't know if I've ever actually checked her speed. Wasn't this Asajj like 220 plus lead speed plus... What? Oh, probably Spirit just chunked the guy low that forced Talzin ahead. Oh, weird. Oh, that makes sense. So, we should have probably just tossed in, wishiest people possible, maybe? I don't know. Weird consideration. We did definitely use her AoE. We almost maybe need to try to use Nest against Stealth Lady. No, I think Basta with the Wampa AoE, we can pressure that out. Probably. I think so. Okay. I think we just have to go for stuns? This is... What's the opposite of science? Oh god, the perks are actually live now too. Yeah? Stuff, my dude. Get up. Alright, I would like to get this fight back under control or favor. Alright, there's one shock. Thank you, sir. Might have another. I think we just have to kill Talzin, right? But also, she might just come back very easily here. And maybe let's try to game this in a weird way. Oh, that shock was going to be really, really key there. Okay. Not the worst yet. We are out of shocks again, though, since they aren't. Okay, what does that mean? Less than pleasant, let's say. Yeah. We have to keep it down. We saw cooldowns at the end there that we needed. God, it's so annoying trying to... Like, it's legitimately, if we landed that shock on Spirit, this played out so differently. I might have to come back to this one. It's just... I mean, they are up. I might be able to sneak in both in time. Interest of stuff. Yeah. Get going, sir. I don't have time for you. Alright. That was fun. This is so annoying. This team is actually the scariest, and it's like it's hard to dismount gracefully. With that. It's hard to go from like, alright, we killed a couple of them and oh god, I think it's just back. Droidicus is just ridiculously exposed here. He's not a good ring. And we really just do not have much dealing with Plague. Is she equalized plus 20%? You know, that doesn't feel terrible. Varys is just like an attrition draft. If Mendinger gets stunned though, this is such a sloppy character to add. I mean, I really wish I knew what the state of their cooldowns is. Like we really just need this to spread right now, currently, presently. Boy, that is just exactly what happened, isn't it? Ooh. Okay. Just doing whatever so far. Alright, again. We just... Okay, good stuff. Alright, Asajj should be on special. Fairly lucky RNG there. Who dies, that's actually probably best for us. She should be on mass assist, right? So now, surely... Why is this AI just suddenly masters of extortion? Okay, my dude. Yeah, sure. Why not? Just give me some crit damage back as well. That's what I need right now. But yep. Yep. Good. They're not gonna crit Magni Guard either. Like, what? What happened to the rules of extortion? Did they just dispelled on side now, or do we have insanely bad whack-a-mole luck with, like, always picking the people who had no cooldown? That's insane. I don't understand. What actually just happened? We're not gonna have a favorable matchup anywhere else, so I'm just gonna throw this at the wall. I'm not sure what to say to that preload. It actually wasn't thinking. Oh, straight into plague. Good. Excellent. I mean, I haven't used Dude on offense in forever, but do they legit just like rework the AI to like know how to play against extortion? It used to be. I mean, even in TB, I'm pretty sure that was still the rule. Is like you just aim it at whoever has 2 cooldowns coming up, and then they just do those cooldowns first and then extortion it. Okay. I think we have to try... Well... This is Zeta Zalbar, so he is going to have some regen. I'm not sure what I want here. Maybe it's because it's a kill for them? I mean, the rule that I always knew is that they do specials first, and then the extortion move, and then basic. It is the chain of priority command, we call it. This is not going to be anything, but if we're going to kill the other teams, we need to save the top for the most part. Hey, yeah. This preload is a bit rough, but... I mean, okay, let's see. We could just... Man, Nest against Zombie plus Daka is just asking for trouble. It wouldn't actually be that difficult for them to just... mass you down. Nest into oblivion. Alright, legitimately, I actually just need this. I wish I had short trooper. I would actually just be fine with timing it. Honestly, just. Oh, we have the Beady Boy. We backed out with Ewoks though. We need to send in one. If they do a mass assist immediately, bad. We're on the wrong team. Shit. The cracks begin to show. Other furry boy. Go eat Doc of goodness. Thank you. Also coming up on arena time here, real quick. Surely we'll get a self-destruct set up. Huh? Kinda? Could you beat me up a little bit more, please? These debuffs are actually gonna help us a bit. Yeah, not Tarkin. Just here. Just right here. Little. Just okay. Plague is actually good. Alright, it's a bit too much. Let's reel it back in a little bit. Nope, that's okay. You had to do it. I guess they just went for Tarkin because he's squishiest. Alright, I cannot afford to miss this raid. I might just come back to it later, or I don't know. Do whatever. Yeah. I guess in what, 5 hours now, I'll start Kylo event. Thrilling new content. I remember what I do in this. This. Sure. God, it's actually insane how much of a difference that GG preload ended up making. The lack of GG preload. Hey, why does that get preloaded? Who does that? Like, if GG works there and we save those other teams, then that just creates a huge chain reaction where we can potentially, you know, have other teams to take into other fights. Alright. Live and learn, I guess. Oh, I did the wrong. That's gonna be. Well, okay, we got 3 field called anyway. Easy. Get one more. Okay. I mean, yeah, pretty much just the plan from there is use Bastila Wampa against the stealth team, and then Nest takes out the Hurtu pretty easily. I think there's some consideration that we could have done Bastila Wampa against the Plague team, and then Nest. I'm not sure. Other team. Right, but like, think about that, right? Like, we had to use Triumvirate in a spot where we wouldn't normally, because we basically threw away GG for free. Definitely put the health of the clear in question. Yeah, I don't know. This might just roll into P2. I just call the stream here and just... I don't know. I don't think either of those last fights we've done that song and dance already. I don't know if it's gonna be too interesting to be like, we're sticking around or anything. I just... I do need to start doing, you know, in between. I don't know. We'll see. like, we actually could just try to like nest that new team instead and pick apart Karth. But at this point, with how messy we're having to make every fight just to whittle teams down, I would say that any strategic advantage created by Luke lead there, like Luke lead plus Ray, even if he can't kill both, I think just on sheer banner efficiency is probably not gonna be a winning total now. I think if GG, like if we got the Kylo plan, oh wait, it should have worked. I should have done a little bit more research, but if we got the GG kill, the Rex lead kill, and then the GAC kill, I think we actually would have been in pretty good position here. Even with the teams that we're seeing, I think that a couple of those teams, like that First Order WA team is actually gonna be pretty brutal, I think. Like, I don't know, it'd be really, really tough. You would have to bring a team that could just shut down WA. No, we didn't. Stop the Annihilate. I wasn't looking at the screen. Yeah, you would really have to bring a team that stops that regen piece from dropping, but can also bypass through. Easier said than done, let's say. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I don't know how many other double GL are in the bracket the rest of this week, but I'd love to get more chances to attempt it here. I think, I don't know, it feels like a kind of a fun challenge, actually. Like, I know ideally you would want to kill each team at one shot, but like, if we can post a heavy defense against double GL and still have like a pretty reproducible pattern, which I think on the order. We did a very basic pattern here to set up Hux, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I don't know. I don't think this was the first battle against Kylo, right? Was it? Maybe it was, actually. So, maybe it's actually not that hard to set up. I think we did it on stream, too, actually, right? No, that's 3 attempts at least. Okay, so there had already been some setup. Yeah, I mean, I guess as long as that condition happens. I think, that's actually doubly rough because we saw it's like the Hux had 140% tenacity, we had 70% potency, so the odds of debuffing him were actually pretty rough. And then on top of that, it's like, you would really need to try to land that buff before it gets back on. That's, I don't know. Actually, I don't feel great about that setup there. Weird. Interesting. I don't know. I still think today was a good showcase of like, Ray we pretty much have down to a pattern. Like, even if that's Finn in company there, the preload is good enough that like, it's just gonna be Finn's on basics, Ray's on basics. That's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's anything really in question there. Alright. Compelling as autoing heroic Sith Raid is. I guess we call the stream there? Probably, right? I mean, do you want to see me nest the cartoon? Yeah. We'll probably just call it there. I don't think it is winnable, technically. I think we're a little bit too shy on the rest of the clear. I do think, numerically speaking, though, this is better. It's better to clear south than to clear ships. But not like this. Not spending this much along the way and not being able to finish everything else. So, alright. Just gonna press this here button. Turn the stream off. Goodbye, chat. My bad. I was so focused on the problem solving today, I feel like I was actually very uninteractive. Or like not looking at chat that much. I apologize. We'll be better about it next stream. Oh, Forsu, not farming tickets for SLK yet. I'm going in legit tonight in like 5 hours. I'm just waiting on the finalizer events to get me the finalizer shards and I'll be good.